anesthesia, you know, when you're having surgery, then anesthesia is really hard on your kidneys, and you know, that's something else that we have to be, you know, aware of, is when we are going in for surgery, like it was with Sharon's case. You know, if she had known she was at risk, okay, there's a possibility they could have, you know, done something a little different. So those are the questions that we need to ask.
But there are some simple solutions. It's the water. You know, okay, we can increase our fluids. Water is keenly important. It's the same thing with kidney disease, high blood pressure. I mean, those things, diabetes, those things are what we really need to be essential. Low potassium, the spinach, the dark leafy green vegetables, the bananas. Okay, those are very simple solutions that we can add to our diets and just change our little change in our lifestyle. You know, add a little flavor to your water, whatever it takes to increase the at least gallon of water you need to take in your body.
I started drinking VA because I had no asthma. And I wound up in the hospital on Christmas Day because it had dropped so low and I didn't realize why I was passing on. And it was 2.9, they got up to 4.3 while I left. They were giving me every 4 hours. Taxpayer plus giving me therapy. And I didn't know that it had dropped that low.
And anytime you're going to go into surgery, it's the same thing, a very thorough family history. A very thorough family history so that the anesthesia provider does know how to treat you individually. Surgery, the doctor, you know, all those things, you know, write your list down and take that into the doctor. I'm feeling weak. You know, you can be your own advocate, you know, and you have some resources in this church alone, and I know that you all can have health fairs and you have a fitness trainer here and everything else. You have a lot of resources in your church. So, you know, take and use those, and we recommend, even if Sarita has to be gone, our organization, you have our contact, that you can come in and do some monthly or quarterly health information sharing and have these conversations that you can share among yourselves as far as life events, and you know, somebody else might be experiencing the same thing and you can learn from those things, you know, and we can get you enough knowledge so that you can go back to your doctor as your own advocate and say, I'm concerned about this, I really need some answers. Not that I'm just low blood pressure, how can I overcome this?
And also know, people have I work in surgery, I'm an operating technician, and people never give us all the information that we need. And you get asked the same question over and over again, and people tend to get a little upset about, why do you keep asking me the same question? Because each time the answer changes. We've had people come into surgery and say, hey, do you have any surgeries before? They say no. You pull up the shirt, there's a scar from here to here. And you say, well, what was that? Oh, well, that was a triple bypass. That would be surgery. But they don't tell you that. Or they say, do you have high blood pressure, low pressure? No. And you look at the medication, you say, well, what are you taking this for? And you think because you're taking the medication means you don't have a problem anymore. That's not true. So that's why you get asked the same question 8 to 10 times. It's because people don't pass on the information when they ask. You know, simple things like, did you have anything to drink? They'll say, no. And then you find out, well, you just came in here with a 16-ounce Slurpee. Oh, was that food and drink? Yeah. I mean, you may laugh now, but seriously, this is what we go through daily. Daily.
That's why it's good to keep like a medical sheet in your purse. And medicine list in your purse. You know, that way you have everything they need. When they ask you that question, even if you don't remember, you have it on paper.
That's right. Any of you who use a smartphone, you can take notes in there and keep those. I'm a healthcare provider. I have my own notes when I go to the doctor for what medications I'm on, when I had my last tests and my test results. You know, you don't have to carry a whole bunch of paper or carry paper. Carry a note card. And you're absolutely right, because I will tell you, I'm in surgery as well. And this is a little off of the diabetes, but you know, one of our first patients is a very, very young guy. He was 23, And he denied having any respiratory issues, and he wound up with pulmonary edema, which is a lot of fluid in his lungs during the surgery, because he denied he had asthma. And they would have treated him differently if they knew those things, and it's for your health, it really is.
And I like the service with, well, we thought that my doctor told me he wanted to do some blood work on me. And he wanted me to fast. I'm fast. And I got sick. I was so sick. Then when I go to the lab technician tells me, Miss Green, you don't have to fast being a diabetic. We can draw your blood without you fasting. I ate this all that night. I was so hungry and so sick. They couldn't even get a blood ring for me. And then I had to go back later on and he got blood. They couldn't, well, they, on this side, you know, if you have cancer, they don't use that side. And I had cancer on this side, so they couldn't use this side, they had to use this one. I was so sick because I didn't eat anything. But you know, if you go to the doctor and he tell you to fast and you're diabetic, ask them, can I have you test without fasting?
Right. Be your own advocate, definitely let them know what your conditions are. You know your body better than they do, so you
And
have
most
to
of the time
definitely
you can
speak
drink
up.
water.
Yeah, I drink water for convenience.
But that'll help make it easier to draw the blood.
That's just all I
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and close out again. Thank you, everybody, for taking time out. I will go ahead and give you a few materials that